see you tonight.
Have a good day.
Drinking instead of going to work.
Who says I'm not working?
Is your whole night?
I haven't decided yet.
What was wrong with the bar?
Too many people.
How did you meet?
A party just like the other night.
Did you talk about the same things you did with me?
No.
So this was what, like a year ago, 2 years?
What do you need me to say?
I don't need anything from you. I want to know the truth.
You want an apology?
Wouldn't matter. It's not going to change anything, you know? Like, I don't even care if you're sorry. I just want to know how this happened. So, come on. It's not a novel. You don't have to force yourself to cry or buy me flowers or shit. Just, I need to know how you let this happen.
And that is the exact reason why I let this happen. Because because he didn't come here to embarrass me, and there's no one else in the world who would do that.
So because I don't need to see you suffer, I'm the perfect woman to jerk around. Is that what you're saying?
You're kind and generous.
I don't care what you think about me. I know that. I know I'm kind. That is with me here at all times. I don't need you to tell me it. And I can live with myself. Can you? If I'm this great person that you see me as, then why? How could you do this to someone so good and kind and noble?
You were with Sam for all those years. You told me that you never once wondered what it would feel like to want to leave him. Your futures were all tied together.
Yeah.
Now, can you imagine that, but without any hope?
What do you mean?
Because I've looked into my future, and all I see is Kate, and I've never been entirely satisfied with that.
Then why do you stay?
Because I've made a promise that I'd never leave.
Well, that's stupid. You're so young.
I'm fine with people seeing me as an asshole. I'm fine with people seeing me as a drunk, but I am not a person who uses people.
But you still...
Yes, oh, okay, yes, I understand that. But I never once needed anything else. I was just happy to sit next to you. I was happy to be in the same space with you. I was happy to breathe the same air as you. And so, yeah. Okay, yeah, it is my fault. It is my fault that we...
slept together.
Yes, that we slept together.
Yes.
But I tried so hard to never give you any indication that I didn't want anything more than that, what friends would want.
That sounds so robotic. I mean, you did do all those things.
I did what?
You did. I mean, is that what you told yourself just because you weren't pursuing me or because you were only giving so much to our relationship, then it was okay for you to have those feelings. It happened. Your intentions weren't that important.
They're important to me. And they're obviously important to you because otherwise you wouldn't have gotten into the car. When you were with Sam, did you ever think about cheating on him? Or what it would feel like?
I don't know.
So you never looked at a bank teller or a bartender or just some guy on the street and thought, what would it be like if I kissed him or if I took him home?
If I took a bank teller home.
You know exactly what I mean. What it would feel like to be in a relationship with him.
Sure, I mean, doesn't everyone?
But you never once thought that you could act on that, even for just 1 second. Because I was never in danger on acting on any of my thoughts until I met you. And I don't know if this means anything now, but I fought for so long to repress my feelings for you.
So, because you wanted to, but didn't for a while, that makes it better than if you had just slept with me right away and then never called me again?
I'm not talking about shades of better. I have enough shit to worry about at night without wondering about how worse of an asshole I can be.
So what happened then? Did you decide you were tired of being a martyr? Did you think Kate would just get over it? Did you think that you deserved a prize after being such a good boyfriend for so long?
No.
You know, I feel really stupid. That whole night you were looking at me and thinking about her.
No. That night was something.
No, then you talk like this. You talk like this and she has no idea and you say that you love her. I don't understand that.
When I had met her, she was already halfway through a diagnosis, but she didn't know exactly how bad her problems were, but we knew that we liked one another. That was obvious. It was obvious from the first moment. I could tell she was always hesitant, and I didn't know why. So we slept together a few times, and were dating for a few weeks when her doctors finally told her that she's both depressive and bipolar. And I look at her and I don't see a problem. I see the girl I fell in love with. So I just said that we'd make it work. And it just all happened so gradually that we didn't know if it was her illness or if the problem was us as a couple. She would let the words define her. Where then and she just let the same guilt take its root on her, that she couldn't tell what was her problem and what was our problem. And she'd get sad, and she would just think that it's part of her life now, that this sadness is just her. She was nothing more than that. And so she'd wake up and she'd be fine. Then I'd go to work. And as the day went on, she would just get worse, and she would get worse until I came home and I had to pick her up. I tell her that it wasn't her fault.
That's...
But the thing was, that wasn't every day. There'd be these days that I would wake up next to her, and she would be the exact person I fell in love with. And I mean, who doesn't want that? Who doesn't want to wake up and see the person that they fell in love with? Who doesn't want that chance to start over? And then after every fight and every discussion, then that we would make things better. we'd go back into the same endless cycle. And I'm just tired. Dear God, I am just so fucking tired.
Why didn't you tell me? You never even told me you were seeing someone. I mean that.
I can't go up to a girl and say, hey, I can't talk to you because I have a girlfriend. That's just silly. And even if it had come up that I had a girlfriend, you'd start asking me questions, and I'd be forced to just go into something that I don't want to think about. Something that would make me so vastly uncomfortable. You know, I would be afraid by telling you that it would ruin what we had. Wow, I guess I did a fucking good job of ruining that.
I could never do that.
Yes, you
But
could.
no. To stick with things for that long, I could never do that.
I'd never been in love with anybody like that before. I had nothing to compare it to. You know, it's with you for every second, and it's wonderful, and it's terrifying, and it's confusing, and it's awesome. So yeah, I think I love her and I hate her. So I don't know if I loved her like I used to, but I can't leave her when she is more or less fully dependent on me. She still is. The worst part of it is that I think part of me liked that. Really liked being needed. At least for a while.
What do you see every time you look at her? What do you feel? What do you think?
Too much.
Okay. Can you try?
I'm worried of who she'll wake up and be that day. I'm worried of what she's going to do and what she's going to say. I'm worried about what she's going to think about me. And if she'll just know. Sometimes I'm happy because she is the person that I fell in love with. She's herself again. It turns me on. It gets me excited and makes me so proud that we are working on our relationship and that we haven't just given up. And then I'm sad. So is that confusing enough for you?
I mean, I understand that. I get that it's complicated, but I don't know how you put up with it every day.
Well, it's not as bad as that every single day.
You got used to it?
Yeah.
A hell of a thing to get used to.
Would you, if you could, just switch off your love for someone if you knew that they were going to hurt you? Wake up that next morning with no recollection of them and hope that you might find someone better?
You did find someone better.
But there is no switch. I look at you and I see good. And then I have all these other feelings. Just being around you is enough. It's more than I could hope for. And then there's Kate. I don't know who I hate more, myself or her brother.
Justin? Does Justin have anything to do with this? Other than the fact that he ratted you out?
But I could have been
You
the one.
could have been... What? If someone was running around behind your sister's back, you would do something too. Be mad at him.
Why not? He's a supercilious prick.
He's okay.
I think that yours and my relationship with him are very different. My girlfriend's brother and your coworker are two totally different people. I bet he just loved this.
You didn't tell him anything.
What do you mean?
I didn't tell him about us.
Why not?
Really?
I'm sorry. It's just, I'm furious and I shouldn't be blaming other people for the things that I ruin.
Yep.
I cheated on the person who I love with the person who I want so badly to be good to. You know what? I woke up 2 weeks ago so excited that I could fall asleep next to Kate and then see you almost any time that I wanted. We had those plans to see that movie last Friday when Kate and her brother were with their mom. And I got so excited every single day. And it would just build and build until I just felt like I wanted to burst. But now, all of those good feelings have just been replaced with shame, exhaustion, and embarrassment. They're like those drawings you did as a kid. You were so proud of them, and then now you're... That was you. You were the person who I used to get excited about.
I loved seeing you too. You know. But I think it's pretty unfair for me to be your best friend and have to make you happy so you can go home to your girlfriend. It's not exactly gonna work for me.
I wish we could go back 3 years in the past, and I wish that I could have met you first.
Honest, but not particularly helpful.
Baby steps.
Yeah, no shit.
Wanna go get, like, French fries or something? Good food.
You don't want more scotch?
I don't think that you and I should be drinking together anymore.
Yeah. You sober now?
Getting there.
I hope so. You look conflicted.
Well, it's good to know that my brain and my face are working together.
That's not what I meant. You didn't used to have trouble talking to me. You wouldn't shut up before.
I wouldn't know what the right thing is to say to you.
Why does it have to be right? Why can't it just be what you're thinking?
I don't know what I'm thinking.
Okay. Say that you weren't found out and it was that night again. Would you do it again?
I can't answer that.
It's fine. You can't cause any more damage.
I can't believe that either. Things can always get worse. I just don't know how you can be so calm about this.
Why wouldn't I be calm?
Oh, please.
We're just
don't,
having a conversation.
Don't do that.
What? I know I shouldn't be asking these questions, okay? I know that, but I want to know the answers. We were friends, and I can't really just turn that off either. And a friend did a shitty thing, and I want to know why, because I refuse to believe that he just woke up next to me one day and became an asshole. And lying and withholding things because you're afraid of the consequences isn't going to help much either. If you're an asshole, just tell me so I can get over it. And if you're not, then help me sort this out, please. I don't really want to stop seeing you, you know. I wasn't ready for that to be a reality. And the more that we talk about this, the more I feel like I don't even know who you are, and you don't seem to understand that this is hard for me too.
I'm sorry. I wish that this hadn't happened.
Do you really? Are you just
No.
saying that?
I didn't mean that.
Okay. I don't want to be with you. It's a shame because I like you. Or I did. I don't know. Let's not talk about that anymore. What I need to know now is how long this meltdown of yours is going to last. I know that's a loaded question, but I'm serious. I kind of hate you right now, but I need to know that you're not going to drink yourself to death.
What? I'm not allowed to treat myself
I
poorly?
mean, you
I'm not
by
allowed
all
to, like,
means,
sit in my own
you can
shit
do
and
whatever
just-
the hell you want.
How is this conversation going to end with me any happier?
I can't control how happy you are. But you can. Why don't you try letting yourself be happy for once? Well, are we gonna get food or what? Are you gonna tell her what happened?
I could, but she'd probably leave me.
You don't want that either?
I don't think that I could live with myself if I forced her to hate me just because I wanted to be free. I just couldn't do that.
Okay.
What?
Nothing.
You hate me, don't you?
Why do you care? We can't see each other again.
I know that we can.
You would feel guilty. I would feel guilty. We couldn't trust each other anyway.
You don't trust me?
I don't trust myself. Every time I look at you, it's like a head rush. Like good and bad, and I can't sort it out. My stomach hasn't really calmed down since I got in the car. We would always have this thing between us, you know? And we wouldn't be able to get what we had back.
Well, I'm sorry. I should probably take you home.
I hope we can move on and you never have to think of me again.
Don't say that.
Why not? I do. I hope we can forget.
I don't want to forget this. Well, what's going to happen when we pass each other on the streets?
I might move. Really, though, I might move. It would make things easier.
Well, I don't want to forget what we
Stop.
had there. No! What? No! what we had was... There was good there, so I'm not gonna pretend like I don't know you when I see you. That's stupid.
You want to feel guilty forever?
You're not the one who makes me feel guilty. It's the situation.
It's the same thing.
No, it's not. What we had that other night was good. That was good. I was somewhere else that night. I was with you. I need to remember that night so that I know that nights like that can still exist.
What about Kate?
Well, what about Kate?
Don't you still get that with her?
Sometimes.
Can I ask you a question? I don't mean to question your whole life or whatever. But there's a good chance that when you drop me off, we're never going to have a real conversation again. And I'm going to deal with that, but what are you going to do?
What do you mean?
I mean, are you just going to marry her and never be happy again? Are you going to look at girls on the street and think nice things about them? And
Why are you
always wish
doing
that you were
this?
with someone else? Because this can't happen again.
Well, I know that. You had said that...
No, I mean, this can't happen with anyone. This can't be a fucking escape for you.
Wow, isn't that noble of you?
I'm serious.
What kind of person do you think I am?
I don't know, that's the fucking problem.
Oh my god.
Just promise me you're gonna try to be better.
I don't have to fucking promise you anything. This is my own life. I can ruin it however I choose to.
This isn't just your life, you know.
Well, I'm sorry that I ruined your day.
If you're gonna apologize, at least mean it.
I thought you didn't need an apology.
Oh, I don't. I just prefer you to not be a
What?
prick.
I'm not allowed to be upset?
Not at me.
Why not?
I shouldn't have to take care of you. I shouldn't have to make sure that you stay sober.
Well, then why are you trying to?
You shouldn't need me in your life to be happy, okay? That's not my job.
Fuck!
Better tell her what happened. Don't worry about her finding out from me, but if I were in her shoes, I'd want to know.
If I tell her, she'll leave me. Or she might forgive me. Which would be worse.
Are you so terrified of being alone? Do you know what it's like to find out someone you trust has been lying to you? Maybe you do, I don't know. I was with Sam almost 5 years. I didn't think it was possible to feel so much for one person. So much love. It was scary. Maybe it wasn't even love, I don't know. Like some days I would just sit around waiting for him to call, and I would feel sick. Wondering why thinking about me or not. You know? I saw him every day in high school, and when he decided to date me, it made so much sense. For both of us, you know, we were happy. It was what we wanted. We wanted to be together. And I got to kiss him every day. And I felt lucky. How lucky of me to have someone. How lucky of me to have it go on for so long. We went to college, and we moved in together and slept in the same bed every night and did all the things we were supposed to, and it was wonderful. College sucked, though. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know who I wanted to be, but I would come home and he would be there in his underwear on the couch or something, and it would just make everything better. And in senior year, he gave me his class ring from high school, and I would sit and just look at it and not listen to the teachers, not listen to anyone, and just stare at it and think of the freckle on his arm, or think about how sometimes when he brushed his teeth, toothpaste would get stuck on the corners of his mouth and I'd have to wipe it off for him, which is pretty gross. And then out of nowhere, a friend called me one day and told me that Sam had called and said he didn't love me anymore and he didn't know how to break it off. So I just went home. I didn't know what else to do. And I waited and watched the sun go down. And finally Sam came in and he looked at me and didn't say a word, and I didn't say a word, and finally he kissed me on the head, and I asked him how his day was. And we made dinner and we watched TV and we went to bed. And I kept waiting for him to say something, you know. But all of that went on for 3 weeks. And every couple days he would look at me and he would tell me that he loved me. And I knew he was lying. But I couldn't put my finger on when he had started. You think you have enough reason to get drunk every day? Who doesn't? Anyway, I guess something broke, and he finally told me in as few words as possible, and I packed up and moved, and I never looked at another guy until I met you. And you're just as big a liar. No one should have to look at someone they love or someone that they trust to know that they're being lied to. If she's really worth being with, then she deserves to know the truth. And you have to figure out what the hell it is you're feeling. Because I don't think you have yet, whether you think you have or not. Grow up, do something. Because no matter what I think about you right now, I don't want you to be miserable forever. I know that I'm not going to be. Because you know what? You know what I believe? I know that not everyone is bad. I know that not everyone is a liar.